You clicked on this video because you are living with chronic pain and you need some advice around exercising. Here are 3 mistakes that are hindering your chronic pain progress, featuring Bellatrix the cat, clearly. The first mistake you're making is that you are exercising too little. And I know that this can be really hard for people to hear because when you're living with chronic pain, it can be really hard to exercise. Pain can limit you. You can have fatigue, you can have anxiety and depression, and all those things are a factor. But here is why exercising too little impacts your chronic pain. When we spend little time exercising, when we try to get back into exercising, our window of tolerance can become that much lower than it was before. Basically, what that means is maybe you used to be able to go for a 20-minute walk, and then you take a little bit of a break from walking because of pain, and when you try and get back to it, you can only tolerate 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That's because that break in exercise might have reduced your window of tolerance for being able to exercise. Another thing to think about when we're talking about exercising too little is that when we're not spending a lot of time exercising, that makes it really hard for us to build up strength. And as I mentioned, exercising can be really hard with pain, so here's a little tip for you. If you're having a hard time exercising, do little movement snacks. Find little times throughout the day that you can add sprinkles of movement in. This might look like a 2-minute walk. This might look like a couple squats as you get up off the couch. This might look like a couple band exercises as you're watching TV. It doesn't have to be a lot, but by building up that tolerance and adding a little more exercise in day by day, this can actually end up being helpful for chronic pain. Another thing that might be hindering your chronic pain is exercising too much, the exact opposite of exercising too little. Sometimes when people have chronic pain, they have the mindset of no pain, no gain. I'm going to have pain anyway, so I might as well do it all. And so in this instance, people might really be pushing through a lot of pain. They might be lifting heavy weights, they might be running, they might be walking or hiking, just doing a lot of things. And once again, sometimes our window of tolerance is just a little bit low. And so when we're doing these exercises and we're doing too much for our window of tolerance, that alarm system is going to come on very strongly. It's going to tell us, hey, listen to me, you're doing too much, and it's going to end up making your pain increase. So here's a tip that you can do if you feel like exercising too much is impacting you. Pace yourself. The magic words, pacing. Basically what this means is find that balance within your window of tolerance that feels comfortable for you, that's not going to flare your pain up. For example, this might look like you go for a walk and you notice around the 30-minute walk, your pain starts to increase, but you think, no pain, no gain, I'm going to keep going. And you end up walking for 45 minutes or an hour, and then your pain is really impacting you for that entire day. The better option would be to stop at that 30-minute mark so that you're not overdoing it. The third thing that might be hindering you with exercising with pain is that you have fear around pain when you're exercising. And this is extremely common. There is nothing wrong with you if you have this fear, if you're worried about pain occurring when you exercise. But I'm going to tell you a little bit of research around this. There's been some studies that have shown that people who exercise into load and exercise into pain actually end up feeling better in the short term. They might not see major differences in the long term, but at least after exercising, they actually feel okay when they build up this window of tolerance. And so that can give you a little bit of permission to know that it's okay to move, it's okay to exercise when you're having a little bit of pain. Oftentimes that pain is an alarm signal, it's a danger signal, it's trying to protect you. It's not actually about you causing more damage to the tissues in your body. And so if you can exercise through that little bit of pain and feel okay doing it, that can help that signal and help your body to feel safe for exercising. And that's going to be a win because then you're going to be feeling safer to exercise overall. So exercising too little, exercising too much, or having fear around pain during exercises are 3 things that might be hindering your progress with chronic pain. I hope these little tips were helpful for you in this video. If you want more support around chronic pain and exercise, check out some of my videos on this channel. Visit my website, Empowered Movement. I have a course around chronic pain. I have blogs. I have lots of good resources. And stay empowered on your health journey. You can heal. I believe in you.